So welcome to our farm. In this video we're going to show you how to feed your piglets.
Okay, thank you ladies and gentlemen, our viewers. Today we're going to learn about how to feed our piglets right from birth up to weaning them. Of course, these piglets always need special care and they need to be treated well so that when weaning comes, it does not cause death, because it is always very dangerous when you wean them and you don't perform the essential needs in order to make it work well. It may die. So today we're going to let you know how we can feed our piglets from birth up to if we look around, we're having piglets. These are piglets that are one. We follow those procedures and you can see them. They're doing well, they're performing well, they're in their own portion. Now the sowers are in their own portion and they're also in their own portion. They are performing well. So the first thing when your sower gives birth, the first thing you need to do is you need to introduce the piglets into the colostrum. This colostrum is the first milk that comes out of the sower. When it has given birth, it gives the colostrum. So this colostrum has a lot of nutrients and then a number of nutrients. So it also impacts antibiotics into the body of these piglets. So these antibiotics helps them fight diseases. Then we also have vitamins in the colostrum that helps them boost their appetite. And then we also have the colostrum. It helps in the building up of the immunity of these piglets. Since we said that it gives antibiotics. These antibiotics fights against diseases. So these colostrum, it is always very important, and this happens in the first 24 hours to 48 hours. So that one is when the colostrum is always produced after birth immediately. So that is what happens. Now the next thing is always when you stay in your farm, you need to monitor them. Then you need to also introduce them into the sower's milk. Of course, when you're done with the colostrum, it is very important you introduce them. You need to do some follow-up. You go to them, you introduce them, they breastfeed from the milk of the sower. So it is always important that you take them to do those things. You know, they are playing around, they are doing well. So these piglets of ours are performing very well because of the treatment that we always give unto them. They feed well, then they enjoy really. Now the next thing is introducing them into feeds. So as you have introduced them into feeds, it boosts them so that they will become addicted. Whenever you want to when you want to wean them, they are already introduced into feeding. So you introduce in a small quantity, slowly, and they will be performing well. So when you introduce them into that, it becomes easier when it comes to the time of weaning. Weaning will not be very hard. So you will take an advantage when you are already weaning them. That's why you are seeing them, they are feeding around. These ones are already used to, because they were introduced to feeding. So this helps them. Now there is also a specific formulation that you need to, because these things have got a different content. So when you are feeding them, there should be also a special feeding. I hope in the next video we're going to teach you how to formulate feeding for them. So in that specific formula, when you their feeding becomes essential to them, and you need to provide to them at least 1 kilo in a day in there per feed. So you need to, when you have like 10 piglets, you need to give them like at least 10 kilos per meal. So that one, that tells us that each piglet takes 1 kg. So that is how you go on to treating them. Another thing is that is essential, that before when you before weaning them, you need to introduce them into is water. Water is an essential thing. So water makes 75% of their life. So this water is very important. That's why you see each time, you know, this bucket of ours is having water. If you look at this pipe of ours, it's having some nipples inside that gives these piglets water. So when they take this water, it makes them remember, as I said, it takes 70% of the life. So this water helps them so much. You see, they are playing, enjoying water. Some of them, they looked at water, they ran and they are enjoying and playing. So water is very, very important. Don't forget. So when you are running out your piggery, one of the essential things that you need not to forget all the time is water. Let the water always be constant. That's why you see this piglet, they will soon come back. They will sing when they see this water, they will come. So that is what they always do. Now, when you're weaning your piglet, you always wean it in the fourth to the in the third or fourth week. After taking 1 month, it is the best time. Of course, when you wean them earlier, it becomes very hard because they are not yet boosted enough. The immunity is not well boosted, so you need to make sure that it should reach at least 1 month. Now you can win them from there. So when you look at these ones of ours, we are having them, they are 1.5 months and they are performing well. They can do things that, oh, you see that one is now struggling. So this is how you're supposed to do it. Now you don't need to win them anyhow. You need not to see that when the sower is already done, but if you perform the necessary needs very well, and when you take that order very well, it becomes very simple for us. So in summary, first thing is you introducing the colostrum. Number 2, it is introducing it into the sower's milk. All the time you need to monitor it and introduce it into the sower's milk. Sometimes you need to make sure that it should have a strict supervision, because when these piglets are still young, it is your responsibility and the obligation in order to make sure that these things feed. Of course, sometimes they forget. So when they forget, they go hungry. So it is your responsibility to come and also assign. You put them as a farmer. It is your responsibility. Now the next thing is introducing them into feeds. These feeds of theirs should be special. It should not be all together. It should be something that it's having some uniqueness. As I said, you need to make sure that you follow the formulation of the feeding. That's why you see them, they are struggling seriously on their feeding. So the water, as I said, it should always be there and it is constant. Now lastly, when you're weaning them, you need to make sure that they are already mature before you wean them, and they are at least you need to live to 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 weeks or 3 weeks. Then that's when you wean them. Then you subject it into the sower. The sower you subject it into the bower. Now there you can see that these piglets are doing well. Now in the long run, you will also divide them when they become finishers. So thank you so much. That is what I have for you today.